Good morning. Welcome to York Manor. I'm Aaron. This is the house that I'm tearing apart right now. Gonna rebuild it at some point, right? If you watched my video yesterday, you know there's a lot of demo. Every day's a lot of demo right now. Trying to get this place all the way down to studs without causing too much damage, and well, that takes a while. Now, getting rid of all this debris, right, we figured that out. Get a dump truck, fill a dump truck up, get it, right? But if we take a look around, you start to notice things like this, and this, and nails, and all of that. And for a long time, the gold standard was the shop-vac, right? You would use the shop-vac to suck it up. And well, it works. But on a project this scale, you need more. And that is where I introduce you to the supercharged shop-vac. Now, you saw this earlier, right? You saw this, the Jet Dust Extractor with Vortex cone. So what's the problem with the shop-vac, right? I mean, obviously that's bigger, but the shop-vac can still suck things up. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is this shop-vac that I'm going to show you, well, it's got this outlet, which has this silly filter, and it's got another filter on the inside. So the way that this works is your intake is right here. It pulls it all through this filter and then sends it out this, and all your heavy stuff and everything ends up down there so that you don't damage your impeller. Now the problem with the dust extractor and trying to use it to pull up any debris is that you're going to end up hitting your impeller and ruining your very expensive dust extractor. So, what do? We used the exact same concept. We took our jet, we ran our intake tube into our trash can, right? Now here's the thing. See that? Goes on down to right there, and then this creates your suction. Your suction is created in here, and then that air pulls through here, path of least resistance. Threw on a little duct tape around here just for some little added extra seal. Stick it down there. Use a 4-inch hole saw. Here's the thing about a 4-inch hole saw. It makes a 4-inch hole. Your 4-inch PVC pipe here has a 4-inch hole. Its outer diameter is roughly 4.5 inches. So you need a 4.5-inch hole saw. Or, like we did, we just cut some slits around the edges, pushed it in, created a lip, duct tape on the bottom, duct tape on the top. And you're like, duct tape, that can't seal. Here's the thing. Once the vacuum starts, the vacuum tries to pull from here and pull from underneath, so it actually helps to seal itself. Same thing with this duct tape lid around here. You'll actually see, when we're messing with it, that this will actually start to implode a little bit because it's creating so much vacuum. And then up here is nothing more than a 3-inch to 2-inch adapter to use the shop-vac hose. That 3-inch is roughly 4 inches outer diameter. Crazy, right? So it fits right in your 4-inch hole. And then we just turn it on, and voila! And I tell you what, it really, really gets this floor clean. And more importantly, some of these points, like up here, just pulls all that debris, that dust. Or over in here, in these fire break sections, problem solved. Current design flaws. This sweet sucker gun handle is great for insulation, which is what we originally got it for and built it for. However, with all that debris, it'll get stuck down in there. So you have to flip this thing over. It's got to drop. Sometimes longer stuff will get stuck in there and creates a stop. So you have to open this up and then clear down in there. Cool thing is, I can make as many of these in different lengths and sizes as I want because it's just 2-inch ABS. So you get your flat one, which stick right into there, or even hook up the bottom of your shop-vac, and now you do this, where this is level with the floor and this is up here. I don't get nearly as much suction. or sorry, not suction, but I don't catch as much debris up in here. So you can just run it just like you're running that on there. Now, here's the thing. Second benefit. The shop vac, I don't know what it filters down to, but when it gets going at full tilt and we're really trying to clear this out, it is pouring dust out of here. It doesn't matter how good that filter is in there. This guy, on the other hand, because this up here filters down to 2 microns, that's all that's coming out is 2 microns worth of dust. This place stays so clean and clear. I don't end up looking like a chimney sweep at the end of the day after using this. And I don't end up with just dust everywhere. And it means we can work without those masks on, because the masks get really annoying and really frustrating after a while. We can just use a scarf or nothing, like we did yesterday when we were testing this out. There's still a few design things we want to change, we want to try. I want to see what happens if I actually put a 4-inch hose on here and try to work through some of this insulation. That does mean that this will fill up with insulation, so then I have to figure out something to do. I can maybe put a trash bag in there, but I wonder if the trash bag wouldn't get sucked into here. I don't know. Other things to consider. This hose is heavy, so when I start moving this around, sometimes until there's stuff in the bottom, it'll pull this over, and that's unfortunate. But once you get stuff in the bottom, it's not that big of a deal. So 2-person job maybe, or just throw something heavy in the bottom. I don't know. There's obviously ways around these things. This is just version 1.0, working pretty well so far. Really digging it. Makes life really nice actually to work in here, because all that dust is just too much. So, let's take a look at what all we got accomplished yesterday. Right? So obviously, we got this guy made. But I also got this section all cleared out. There was a bunch of insulation in there, like the bat stuff. But then there's all this back there. So we've been slowly clearing it out. And if you look right back there, is some sort of toy. We'll get to it and find out what it is. Don't know how it got there. And then I also got a bunch of this cleared out. All this top sections. All of that top section. And then, boom! I now have a wall. Now I've got to put a railing up right here just for the time being, because, you know, we don't want people to fall down the stairs. Also started getting out the landing next to this master suite cleared off, and had some more discussions about the chimney. So let's kind of go outside, and I will show you why the chimney might be an issue. So there's been like a lot of discussion on, hey, you know, does the chimney, is it needed? Is the character a good thing? Will it detract by removing it from the house? Well, let's go outside. I'm going to show you from the outside what I see and potential issues. So there's a lot of codes on the chimneys and whatnot. Oh, awesome. It's raining. That's going to make my day fantastic. Hooray. Thanks. If we look right up here, that's the chimney in question, the one right there dead center. That's really high up. Chimneys that high are supposed to have some sort of bracing and support. And if we look, let me see if I can't get this thing to zoom in. All right, we can look right up high, and you can kind of see that, well, it's kind of already starting to deteriorate. So, I don't know. Still haven't made the decision on whether or not to keep it or whether we should remove it. I'm really leaning heavily towards removing it. It doesn't need to be there. So the video cut out for some reason. But anyways, trying to figure out whether or not to remove the chimney is still kind of a big issue. We'll look down in the basement tomorrow, and I will show you what we're dealing with it down there. It's almost 7 feet wide at the bottom, and that's a lot of extra space, and it's dead center in the basement. So if we want to refinish the basement and really make it as awesome as it could be, it's probably going to have to go. And then if we look right here, what we know is that behind that is a bathroom and then the kitchen. So in theory, if you removed it all the way through, you could really extend your kitchen probably another 100 square feet.
and I love a big kitchen, and I love a kitchen that you can actually work in. And that's kind of important to me. But I'm not 100% sold on the idea yet. Still trying to figure it all out. But anyways, the video's running long. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of the ideas and thoughts. I really look forward to some of the design ideas for changing the Super shop-vac dust extractor. And I look forward to more discussion on the chimney and the fireplaces and what to do with them and whether they should be there, whether they shouldn't be there. And really just how to make this house as grand and as awesome as it could be. I appreciate you all. If you're enjoying this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. There's a little bell that you can press. It dings, and it'll let you know as soon as you get a new one. I try to keep the videos short because, well, your time is precious. So I thank you all, and I'll see you tomorrow.